Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Eye dwumakuo bi a omo fa registered nurses, drivers a omo wo GCC license, NFA securities. Edi omo ko aman ahodro bi so te se Dubai, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, NFA USA. Na me ne wo kasa sisi akra. Omo per registered nurses. Edi omo ko USA. Akoye dwuma ko gisika pudro. Ani. Na enye we po. Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Esanso boama. Sa wo peka atofri amanone. Omo beye ho hyehyeye nyina ma. Na wo nsatimi aka. Ka biara edawa koma so. Wa bra wo mre ho. Enti omo se bra omo so ye sesi a. Wo behu omo Otama community 9. Omo ni Ashama Timber Market. Ene di hwe animu. Anase fra omo en. Wa 0599 183083. Ana 0302 986573. Amanone fo so fra omo. +821 02 1811278. Capstone E Global Consult Limited. Your success is our business. Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember. And in September to Remember, Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. ATM wakonya na oni yako Dubai. Na wako shewe nisu adie. Na fe ya sansu adie ni abo. Na yebeko tour places biti se Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantics Water Park, Dubai City Tour. Na fe yacht party nsu tuetia. Na ya sansu party in the cloud. ATM ayen komani ya mekanchiro. Da be ya September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Na yebasu 24th September. Dikosi 29th September. Annie. And for any reservation, anase nchirichirimu bia. Any fresa huma true for we. 0243 514732. Ana plus 971 559 494061. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant, Taste Africa, Ohineba Jimai TV, NFA, Edike Media. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Ebeye kikim.
The editorial on Sammy Flex TV affords me the opportunity to speak my mind on several issues. Issues that on an ordinary day, I wouldn't get the opportunity to talk about them because I would allow my panel members to do justice to them. But then when it comes to the editorial, I get my space. At least my people give me like some 15 minutes or more to also express my views, my sentiments, opinions on all the issues that I want to talk about. Of them to do here on Sammy Flex TV right now. I'll be talking about Jupitar. I'll be talking about Shatta, Wale and Kennedy Agyapong. I love these two brands because they are fire brands. And I'll be talking about them here in the editorial. All that I need from you is to give me your 15 minutes. And after that, we are just good to go. My name is Sammy Flex. Maybe this is your first time. I am Sammy Flex and I represent the editorial here on Sammy Flex TV. I don't do this alone. I do this with a team who are always behind the scenes to make sure we are reaching the world. Digital Rasta is called Currency. He's on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And you, because you are a partner to us, I say God bless you. Subscribe to us if you've not done that and maybe you're watching this for the very first time. Subscribe to us and be part of us. But if you have subscribed to us, may God richly bless you. And also, if you're a user of TapTapSend, then thanks for using Sammy Flex as your promo code. If you are not a user and you have been thinking about how to send money from abroad to Ghana, once again, get the app downloaded on your phone. It is called TapTapSend. Use the promo code SammyFlex and you are good to go. In case you're also thinking about spending some holidays, I know elsewhere, somewhere in the summer places, their holidays are gradually coming to an end because the sun will be going away very soon for the cold to take over. But maybe you will still want to run back to Africa to enjoy some more sun. Come back to daddy. Come back to daddy. And let's go to Dubai. Habibi, let's go to Dubai. It is called September to Remember. We're going to be in Dubai from September 24th to 29th. And this is a staycation. No stress. It is just sleep, wake up, tour, chill, eat, drink, and if you get some, you eat. You know what I mean? If you don't get some, you sleep. That is how it happens. So just join us. We're taking care of you everything as much as you want to be a part of it. Call our numbers on the screen and let's think about it. It is going to be a great day. We've been there before, and I know anytime you join us, you are going to enjoy this as well. Now, let's talk about how our artists are developing this interest in award schemes because of some attitude of our award organizers. It has been happening. Last year's, no, not last year. This year's, the last edition of VGMAs, we saw how some artists were not willing to even show interest in the fact that they have been nominated. We saw how some artists were not ready to even show their participation in the scheme. We saw somehow artists were far away from whatever that was happening with the scheme. Thanks to some few people like PhD Esther and a few other people who showed interest, and maybe out of that, others were also encouraged to show that, yes, we still want to be a part of this. Until then, nobody was showing interest. Everybody was playing their own looking. They just didn't care about any award scheme or whatsoever. They just didn't care. But now, I can see that there is a reason to it. Now, I can see that most of these people are bitter for a reason. I have this video that I would want you to see. A video that Jupitar, who is one of Ghana's foremost dancehall artists, if there's one guy who has a lot of talent in him, it is Jupitar. If there's one guy who has a lot of style, like the real dancehall attitude from Jamaica, be it on stage or off stage, Jupitar is that guy. He's got it. Style, looks, and everything. He's got everything. The attitude, the delivery. When Jupitar is on a mic, oh my God. Sometimes I even forget the fact that he's a Ghanaian when he's on the mic. He feels like he's a Jamaican when he's on the mic. Like he delivers so beautifully. He understands the code, the language, and everything of the genre dancehall and maybe reggae. So when such people start talking like that, then you know that even with their experience, with their years of being around, if they can still feel pains in them and the pain does not seem to be going soon, then think about maybe some others who will be coming across as weak. They are even going to feel it more. In this interview, Jupitar was talking about the fact that some decisions by the VGMA organizers of not nominating his song, that was big. Enemies. Enemies don't come my way. Oh my God. Big song. He did that song with Sakode, right? Big song. And Jupitar, I'm sure it has been some long years ago. Today, he still talks about that with pain. So imagine such a person. Even if next time he does some good work and you recognize him, I can tell you for sure that his love to be part of the scheme will be missing. I can tell you for sure that his interest, the enthusiasm that he's supposed to follow the scheme will be missing completely. He won't be there. He won't be there. He will never do it. All because he will still feel back the pain that was meted out to him some time ago. The other day, Nana Reagan was saying it. He said it on Showbiz Daily, and he has been saying it when we're having our behind-the-scene conversation that so many artists are losing interest in many award schemes because of some of these things. I wish most of these decisions are not deliberate by these awards organizers. But if they are, it is high time they work towards them to change how it is done, because it goes a long way to affect their own scheme. It goes a long way to kill their own scheme. It goes a long way to not make them look attractive. And the more the artists lose interest in their award schemes, they should remember that the more they also die one way or the other. It won't help them. Well, watch this interview. Jupitar, Bellamundi, Cookie T. And when I come back, we move on to other matters as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but then I went to France. I've been doing stuff, you know.
Okay.
Me, my only problem is maybe when I do the stuff, I don't bring it out there for people.
Why?
I don't know, because I remember my biggest song wasn't nominated, so I realized sometimes.
Which one?
Enemies, of
Enemies?
course. Enemies
For what,
never been
VGMAs?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you file?
I did, of course. And
How many
said,
categories?
all of them, if I should put it, because Enemies was the biggest song at that era. You know, I think 2015 or
It
that
was the
hands
biggest
down
song,
the biggest
though.
song, you know. And I'm not just saying that to undermine the, because come on, hopefully we all need VGMA to survive as Ghanaian artists, you know. But somehow I felt like, oh, some of us are also Ghanaians, you know, and we equally deserve every push that every artist are getting
own,
here, you know, because when it comes to on the field of achievement, we all have similar, how do we call it, success. You know, talking about the A-list artists on big platforms I've been on it. You know, international awards like the UMA, you know, I won over Whiskey in their presence and all of that, you know, in UK. So we are doing stuff, but the acknowledgement here is quite less, you know, so sometimes I don't really bother posting or pushing. Yeah.
But how do you expect us to support you and know what you're up to if you're not pushing your own stuff?
It's equally. It boils down to the same issue that I'm talking about here.
But VGMA is just one institution that's
Yeah.
against the rest of Ghanaians who love your music.
Yeah.
And so should we not know what you're up to?
But the dominance, let's talk about numbers here. VGM, everybody knows, like, they are the mother, when it comes to, achieving or acknowledging, or even making Ghanaians know this guy is putting in words.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, when such things happen, and it's happening to quite a couple of artists, that actually they now sort of, they disvim them. Let me just borrow this word. They disvim them, so they feel like, oh, maybe their works are not, being recognized enough for, so they're just gonna do their own independent things.
If there is a way that these award schemes organizers would organize artists and rekindle their love for their scheme, I'm sure to help. It's not about giving them money. It's about letting them know that we are together in this. Nobody is against anything. Like the Ghana Football Association has been doing. Bring back the love. If they can find a way to bring back this love, it will be good. Because those times when an artist gets nominated in award schemes, it was a big deal. Like, hey, you've been nominated in VGMA. It was a big deal. Even when we are going for their nominees release programs, you go there and almost every artist is present there. Creme de la creme. But today, you go there and you struggle to even see one artist. And it's happening across board. You go there and you struggle to see artists. It's so sad. Let's use this Jupitar example to advise all of them that, guys, let's work things out. Let's bring back the love. At least it helps and everybody will be fine. Now let's dash that one and move on to something that I want to say briefly before I run away. I have seen Kennedy Agyapong, Honorable, who has been campaigning here and there about his bid to be given the power as the flag bearer for the New Patriotic Party, NPP. And I've seen the race is very tight for him. At least, if I cannot mention any other name, I can mention some two names that he has to contend with heavily before his fate will be decided on the 5th of August 26, one of them, where they will be doing their primary elections for the NPP. He is contending heavily with Alan Chamantin, aka Alan Cash, as well as Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, who is currently Ghana's vice president. And he is the third strongest name in there. And as it stands now, I have seen that the story is not an easy story for him. But as a promoter, as a crusader of Ghana's creative arts industry, if you give me the chance, I'll always raise the hand of Kennedy Agyapong because of his understanding for the industry that I thrive in, because of his understanding of how Ghana, beyond our gold, our cocoa, bauxite, and any other thing, can also capitalize on the creative arts industry to win. Now, we have all seen how Nigeria is winning big when it comes to their creative arts industry. We've seen how in the last few months, they have even instituted a body called Special Advisor to the President on the Creative Arts Economy. We've seen all these things. If they are not getting anything out of that, they wouldn't be doing such a thing. But because they see it is something that they would have to protect, something that they would have to pump in money and gain more from it, that is why we are seeing what we are seeing. And me, if you give me the power, with everybody that I've seen running around looking for that position, I don't see any of them having the creative arts at heart. No, I don't see any of them. At least I know digitalization. That one, I'm sure we'll all be going to concerts and jamming to songs digitally. We understand. But the other day, at Afrochella, Kennedy Agyapong made a statement, courtesy Shatta Wale's performance when he invited him on the stage, and obviously described him as his godfather, and his godfather came to say something. It was so clear his understanding of the creative arts industry. Apart from that, the other day as well, I saw another interview, I think Kennedy Agyapong and Denta or somebody like that, where he was saying that in Ghana, if he becomes president, one of the things that he's going to put energies on is the creative arts and tourism industry. because he believes that industry has the potential to turn things around for Ghana. But we are not seeing it like that. The other day, when he was called onto the Afrochella platform, he said something that was so short but very powerful. And I don't know why even his campaign team are not using this to come back to us, some of us who are in the creative arts industry, to also champion or trumpet his desire to gather that power to get into that position. Let's watch this briefly. When I come back, we close him.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I continue, I just would like to pay this respect. I have my godfather in the building, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. You know, that's my father in Ghana. It's only him that can slap me. Ladies and gentlemen, can we welcome Honorable Kennedy Agyapong on stage? I want to perform with him, please. Where's my father? I want to perform with my father on stage today. I beg, clap for me. Today I want to show you the ministers said they sing dance song. Daddy, God bless you. Daddy, God bless you so much, Daddy. God bless you. God bless you, Daddy. God bless you. Hello. Hello. Good morning to you all. I don't want to bore you. I see the young men and women enjoying yourself. I'm only here to wish you Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year.
Thank you.
You all have fun. And when you go back, invite your friends to come to join us so that we improve tourism in this country. Thank you very much. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. I'm going to give it up for my daddy for me. Come on. That's my daddy for real, man.
In this, he was so sure that tourism can do it. In this, he was so sure that if we are to put emphasis, if we are to invest in the area of tourism, we can do it. He saw the number of people, diasporans, local people as well, and he said to himself, yes, tourism is big. No wonder the other day he was saying his children, the organizers of Afrochella now, I hear they are going to change the name to Afrofuture. No wonder the other day he was telling them that sometimes when they don't have money to push, he lends them some money with the hope that they'll go and do whatever they have to do to come pay back. It is because he understands that area. That is why he would invest. Now, so many countries have changed their fortune, their stories. Negative stories have been turned around because of the creative arts industry. Ghana, what are we doing? So, as an industry person, if I see someone like Kennedy Agyapong struggling to get this position, then I ask myself, what are we doing? The people who can do it for us, why are we not supporting them? The people who can do it for us, why are we not also pushing the agenda? The people who can do it for us so that you and I will also be seen as important people in the economy. So that you and I, we would also be called upon when some important decisions are being taken for the economy. Why won't I push this? I pray that everybody who has an interest in this should also consider that aspect of the fact that, yes, Ghana, we've tried everything on. Our president now, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said, yet it is true. Ghana is called Gold Coast. It means you can always get gold here. So if you can get gold here, why are the people poor? Unfortunately, when you go to even the gold mining area, that is where poverty is even loud. Such people, when you go there, their roads, their living conditions, everything. Few people are enriching themselves at the same time destroying their natural resources. So if Kennedy Agyapong thinks that creative arts, tourism, and culture, some of the things that we can invest in to make it, ladies and gentlemen watching me, let's do what we can. At least put in one promo or two or campaign for him, and let's see if he'll get there. If he gets there, we might be lucky. If he gets there, our cry might come down. If he gets there, maybe you and I will be able to also get a better footing for what we want to do, so that our activities, our stress will not be in vain. Think tourism, think Kennedy Agyapong. I have done this not because I have received any money for it. I've done this because I think that if you want to be patriotic for your cause, you have to make sure you are pushing what will be right. in the face of things. And to me, I think tourism is one of the ways to go. Not long ago, when the president went to that place at the Blue Mountains, what is it called? Peduasi Lodge, thank you. When the president went to Peduasi Lodge to launch our tourism drive, where he said he's expecting $4 billion into the country and that he wants to see 2 million people come to Ghana, he was talking about tourism. And we don't say all those things in vain. We say it with money backing them. When they refurbished the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park, now we saw how beautiful that thing is. You see the way Dubai is beautiful. We can do the same thing here. That people will spend millions of dollars to come and stay in Ghana, to come and see here. You see the way we are planning to go to Dubai, it is because when you go there, the environment is different. You feel something unique. We can also do same in Ghana, but it will take a visionary leader. It will take someone who understands that tourism is the way out to see this. Until then, it will be talk shop, grammar, English, that's it. Grammar, English, that's it. And nothing will happen. This is the editorial. A word to the wise is enough. Those who have ears, let them listen. Those who don't want to listen, I wish them well. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm out of here.